Yeah, go fine. What's up, brother?
Chilling, bro. I took a look at my future apartment today.
Yeah.
625 a month,
Oh yeah.
lights and water included.
Oh, that's not
Oh, that's cheap as hell.
yeah,
How
excellent. But
about you, bro?
shit, I'm good. Shoot, just out here trying to, work on my stuff. I sold some merchandise and stuff like that, so it's cool. I should have everything straightened out, before the end of the month. So that's good.
Nice. So you got people buying your merch already.
Yeah, I mean, because I be wearing my shoes and stuff, just testing it out, and people liking it. So I was kind of sending out some preliminary artwork and stuff to people who I know personally, and they was like, "Oh man, I didn't even know you had that going on." So yeah, it's looking pretty good right now.
All right. So for the people that are gonna see this, if they are interested in launching merch, because merch is pretty big. A lot of brands have their own merch. What steps would someone have to take if they wanted to start their own merchandise line?
I would say probably having a vision of like what kind of style you would want, or like looking at brands that you already admire, and you know probably having a vision for it, like probably having like a idea of what you want things to look like. And even like, they say, what do they say? Good artists borrow, great artists steal, right?
Mhm.
So if you already have, brands that you look up to or that you're already rocking, and having some idea of that, and then just putting your own twist to it. And then I would say start off with brands that are like print to order, like, so start off like as cheap as possible, because it's never going to, you don't want to try to put a whole lot of upfront capital into it before you already have proof of your idea. So
Right.
it's just the same way if you were starting a company, a technology company or something. So like minimum viable products, minimum viable, like the cheapest you can get in, just to like get proof of your idea, and then rocking it from there. So you don't have to try to reinvent the wheel. That's a thing that we get caught up with first. Like we want to have the most premium luxury quality type stuff off the bat, and you don't even have proof of concept yet. So I would say go with something that's proven, having some proven concepts, and then trying to put your own twist to it after that.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
And would you say that establishing your brand first before you even start thinking about merch is more important, or having the merch to begin with, and then kind of changing up the designs as your brand evolves?
I would say it's probably like an ongoing process. Like I would say both. Like I would say, cause like my brand isn't known. Like, I was really planning on, launching the comic and anime and all of that stuff first before selling merch, right? Because I think that's probably the better way. But people, I was just wearing the merch just to see how the quality was. Like I wasn't planning on even trying to start selling any merchandise until after I launched my comic and had the series out and people knew about it. You know what I mean? But in me wearing it, people were like, "Oh, what's that? What is that? What is?" So I think it kind of goes hand in hand. So I think trying to just have a vision for what you're trying to build first, and just putting it out there. Honestly, just putting yourself out there.
Right.
I don't really think it's any wrong way to go about things if you have like a vision of what you want to do. All I knew from the beginning was that I wanted my own IP. Like I wanted my own multiverse. I wanted my own, anime and all of that. So that's where I came out with it, because I love anime, but I love, style and everything. So I just took my interest in just putting it out there, really, and people will gravitate to what they like. there are more people who think like you or who have your similar taste than you think, right? Like we all think we're like so different and special, but that might be the case, but you're also aligning with things that other people align with. Like I like to say, like humans are algorithms, right? Like you're just an amalgamation of things that you know, your experiences and your upbringing and all of that. But it's people who have similar backgrounds to you, right? That's how come content resonates. That's why there are certain influencers who resonate. That's why you're drawn to certain books or certain styles or certain talking points. So your ability to just be clear about the things that you like and then putting that out, there are gonna be people who resonate with it. So even if you're not a known brand or your, you know, what you're trying to do isn't really known, if you're just putting it out there and certain people see it, then they'll rock with it. So like I wanted to put out the manga first and the comic first. So I feel like that's like who will buy merchandise for something that nobody knows about? That's logic thinking, right? But it's like if you're wearing merch that's of something you're about to create, people will ask you where it's from. So then they'll want to ask about your manga or your comics. So I got people who are like, "Oh, what are those shoes? What's that?" And then I tell them, "Oh, it's something that I'm creating the design and, you know, I'm making my own comic." Now they ask me, "When is the comic coming out? When is the manga coming out?" So it can go both ways, right? So I think just having an ecosystem of what you're doing and being consistent with it throughout everything, they'll all be like a feedback loop and just be one big circle of life type of deal. So it's just weird how it works.
Hey, shit, it's working though.
Right.
Hey, that's what's
I
up,
haven't
man.
even ran any ads or anything like that. I mean, you know, right now I'm trying to, I'm designing like my shoe boxes that I want the shoes to come in because, you know, they'll send you some boxes that are just like basic and you just kind of throw something on there. But like upping the quality, investing more into it will elevate it as well.
Okay. Have you thought about a
Yeah.
supplement line? You can get
A
real creative.
supplement line?
Yeah, because you know, like, all right, so kids grow up watching anime, and when we're adults, we still kind of got a lot of those ideas in our heads. You know, like grown men will have Naruto posters in their rooms. You know,
Thanks.
and we look at it kind of like, you know, like, what's up with this dude? But in a way, you could kind of twist it to where we like, okay, you know, I want to create a supplement that will make guys feel like they can perform like the guy in the manga or the anime.
Right.
You
You know,
know,
that's
and
kind
even
of
before,
interesting.
it never will. They never will, obviously. But
Right.
you know, like a pre-workout that's like in theme with your IP, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of a fire idea, actually.
Hey man,
Actually, that's pretty fire, to be honest.
you just gotta kind of like, you know, another pre-workout formula, tweak it a little bit, and then get quotes from manufacturers.
Damn, that's kind of interesting. Because like when I was more of like on the training side and stuff, I was looking into like doing supplements and stuff. There are some like white label supplement companies who are like take their formula and you can slap your like logos and stuff on it.
Right.
You know, that's kind of interesting. Because I was trying to figure out because my thing from the beginning was I want to tie it everything to the actual real world. Like I have themes and stuff inside of my manga and stuff that is like my principles that I like feel about life. You know, like how we stuff that we talk about here or
Right.
the themes that I'm using inside of it, right? Like how to be better, how to elevate, how to, you know, take negative events and use them to your advantage, how to stand out and be someone who can gain, you know, power and influence and discipline, you know. So those that's kind of interesting actually.
Hey man, there's a
Because
billion ways to go about it.
yeah. Cause see, that's why I want to even create a multiverse and IP because you could brand it or do it any way you want to. Like once people buy into it, like if there was like a Super Saiyan pre-workout,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like people will buy that shit like crazy. Straight
Like
up, people will buy that
how
shit
much
like
on the
crazy.
top.
No,
Yeah,
for real.
yeah. Or I mean, shit, you could even make like a muscle growth supplement. You know,
Man, that's it.
cause yeah, you can make a test booster. You can make a pre-workout protein powder, but all, all of those things are already kind of saturated. Like a muscle growth supplement, you could put things in there that boost muscle growth, that are proven to boost muscle growth, that
Right.
are not hormonal.
Facts.
So things that like stimulate HGH, things that stimulate IGF-1, things
Mm,
that uh, stimulate mTOR, like what's it called, um, L-carnitine, stuff like
mm.
that. Make your muscles more sensitive to the testosterone. A bunch of other shit that you could put into that supplement, and it would actually work.
See, that would be, see, that's the number one thing. Like, if it's actually effective and good, you know what I mean? If it's actually a good formula, then that's like the baseline, right? But then the branding on top of it is what'll shoot it like to the moon. You know, that's damn. That's pretty interesting, actually. Oh, did it? Is that my internet tripping? Frank, can you hear me? I can't hear you, brother. If you're talking, it like froze up on me. I don't know if we streaming live or anything, man, but y'all just hold tight. We'll get back to it. Hopefully, he come back in soon. Uh, but yeah, if anybody's interested in putting any of the ideas out there, I would say what's the number one detriment is we probably overthink things. We probably want everything to go in like a linear fashion or like fit like the blueprint specifically. And sure, you want to have an idea of what you're doing. You want to be certain of what you're creating. You don't. Nobody wants to waste their time or be unsuccessful. But putting putting your idea together as much as possible, but then like putting the minimum of it out. Like just don't let the money or don't let the over perfection stop you. Like idea to execution time is probably the number one factor in trying to attain success. Like how many iterations can you come out with? How quickly can you iterate? How quickly can you put variables and variations and get feedback and then implement the feedback and then get more, like just keep turning. That's probably the number one factor to like how quickly you can get it. Enhancing the process, refining the process. That's the number. Yeah. I don't know if you having problems out there in Puerto Rico with that Wi-Fi, man. Right, man. Frank. Oh, he just messaged me. Oh, his internet crashed. But damn, I think his internet crashed, so uh we might have to come back at y'all. Okay.